Welcome to today's meditation. Breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. With each in-breath, taking in the consciousness that's available to you now. And with each out-breath, release all that no longer serves you, in order for you to becoming lighter and lighter, shining brighter and brighter. And just allow the tone, the vibrations, frequency to go in, through, and around your body as you just relax. And I want you to take 3 slow, deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Expand your lower abdomen as you breathe in. And contract your lower abdomen as you breathe out. Becoming more and more relaxed, more and more at ease, more and more at peace. Totally surrender and release in this moment in time. Drop into peace and tranquility within yourself. I want you now to visualize yourself stepping into the most beautiful garden, your sacred space. With lush green grass, tall majestic trees, birds, butterflies, and water. And I want you to find a space within your garden by tall majestic trees to go and sit at as you look over the water. And the beautiful landscape that is in front of you. And become aware of the wind blowing through these trees, rustling the leaves, bringing you messages from above. Talking, singing and dancing around you. And become aware of the energy of the collective and being part of this unity consciousness of being connected to it all. In full awareness. And take another 3 slow, deep breaths. Calling in your highest teachers and guides to surround you now, to come and sit with you. And today we'll be gaining new insights around judgments, the judgments others had about us, the judgments we have about others, especially the judgments that we have about ourselves. Each time we've adopted a false belief or judgment about ourselves, asking that these now be revealed to us, and for us to see the truth of it all. And through this processing, I want you to become aware of the judgment and then consciously let it go. Set it free, let it be. However you choose to let each judgment go, allow it to come up into your awareness through a memory, an image, a word, or a person that it's connected to, and start with the process of elimination, of clearing out one judgment after the other. Starting the process with the judgments others had of you. I want you now to see that that was said didn't apply to you. It fully applied to the other person. That is what they had to say about themselves, their beliefs of themselves. Allow yourself to integrate this higher level of awareness and introspection as you detach, release, let go of all those judgments. Now in your heart, just get to true forgiveness towards those ones. And let it go. Breathing in peace within your heart. Breathing in peace within your mind. And breathing in peace within your emotions. Now I want you to become aware of all the relationships where you have had judgments against others, the words and the judgments that you spoke, that you felt, that you thought, that you had, or still have. I want you now to truly observe each of those judgments and then turn it back on you and ask yourself, where are you perpetuating that reality? What has these relationships taught you about yourself? If the guys are pointing one finger to another and three pointing back at you, I want you just to observe what you are actually judging within yourself. How it all applies to you. And then I want you to forgive yourself for thinking that way, acting that way, believing that way. Whether those judgments are still perpetuating in your life, I want you to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all the judgments that you have against yourself. Those judgments of not being good enough, not being worthy. Judgments about hoarding. Old emotional wounding. Judgments about giving up or wanting to give up. Judgments about not caring about your well-being. Whatever the judgments has been, just detach, release, and let go now of all these judgments. Shed them as layers from you. Release and let go, release and let go, release and let them all go. Taking back control of your own life and how you choose to perceive it. Looking upon you through the eyes of God with love, with acceptance. Feel a warm embrace from God and the angels and all the beings of light that surround you. For the difficult lessons that you've had to walk through and experience, all that you've chosen for yourself in this lifetime. All that you thought you're not, that you actually are, and all that you thought you are, that you are actually not. Integrating your wholeness, your completeness, your perfection as the magnificent puzzle piece of God that you are. Walking in this earth plane through lessons. Take back your courage, take back your power. Stand tall, stand strong, stand confident. And raising your vibrations, your frequency. By doing so, just in the total pure beingness of being your authentic self, without judgment nor condemnation, but pure acceptance and love. Become aware of the mantra that you're given for yourself to help with this integration. Breathing in peace within your heart. Breathing in peace within your mind. And breathing in peace within your emotions. Asking if there's anything else that you would like to ascertain about certain relationships within your life. Use this time now to connect and commune with the beings of light that is around you, about these core relationships that you might want more information about. What is it teaching you? Is it still serving you? Become aware of any place within the relationship that you need to strengthen your boundaries. What you'll accept and what you no longer accept. As you release any feeling of victimhood from yourself or others, and any blaming of others, of yourself, being blamed or blaming of others, just detach, release, and let go of those emotions now. And draw back into peace and acceptance. Come back to neutrality. Thank the team around you, holding space, holding the light, in order for you to see clearly your own patterns. Loving yourself regardless of those. Then gently come back into your body, into this now. And as you do, I want you to visualize the most beautiful rainbow bubble of light coming down the front of your body, the back of your body, the left side and the right side of your body, and gently tuck beneath your feet, 2 feet below you. I visualize the grounding cord, any color of your choosing, which take deep down into the earth. Wrap your grounding cord around the rose rainbow crystal. Feel those rainbow crystalline energies coming back up your grounding cord, revitalizing and re-energizing you. And the new version of you, supporting your new vibration, strengthening it. And from the top of this rainbow bubble of light, the rainbow cord going up to source, to God. Connecting with the heart of God, and feel the unconditional love pouring back to you in rainbow light. Into your rainbow bubble of light around you, connecting with your heart chakra. Feel the full acceptance and love from the two Father, Mother, God. Feel supported as above, so below. And then gently start rotating your hands, rotating your feet, stretching and making sure that you're properly back into your body. And when you are, you may open your eyes. Who would like to share what they've experienced in the meditation? Barbara.
It was so full of messages, this meditation. It had so much in it. I'm still trying to sort of unravel it all, you know what I mean? Messages were just kind of mainly judgment, obviously, but also about peace. And, but mainly the judgment was that judgment of myself comes from what I perceive other people's experiences. And if they're not, I think that I'm expected to be a certain way because I expect but I put it on them, if you know what I mean. It's what I actually put on myself, but I put it on them. And then it's very hard to explain. And then if I hear of somebody that's done something that I'm not doing, then I think, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing that. So that makes me less than them. And that whole mess, I wasn't able to just release it. So the message I got was that I must live with it, accept myself as I am, with all those problems, and by accepting, because that's
problems. Remember, it's just perceived problems. It's not really. We just think them to be.
All of that it's me. That's who I am. So if I can accept me, then I don't have a problem with not feeling good enough anymore. So it is in acceptance, you're actually releasing, if you know what I mean, by accepting. And then the other thing, of course, is this now moment. You know, I keep going on about in my mind, you know, in 2 weeks' time, it'll be fine, the house will be built, and I will change, and I'll be happy again, and I'll have peace again. But my now moment is what I should be dealing with, not in 2 weeks' time. So that was another message that I got. Yeah.
Yes, because you keep on postponing. It's when that happens, then I can have peace. I can't have peace in this now moment. Yes, you can have peace in this now moment. And the next moment, you can dance that peace into every moment, and it can go straight through. It doesn't have to be delayed. It doesn't have to be transferred. It doesn't have to be postponed. It can be now. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that, Barbara.
Lovely meditation. Thanks.
Thanks. Nikki, anything you would like to share?
What came through for me was about feeling the full range of emotions. It's something I wasn't raised to do. You don't get too emotional about things, either up or down, you know. And maybe because I've been on antidepressants for so many years, even more so, it's kind of squashed that range of emotions into this little band. And I have to firstly stop judging myself for taking antidepressants. They help with the pain. I've got to just keep reminding myself of that. And those emotions are still there. I need to just allow them. You know, they may still be a bit blurred by the drug, but they are there. So that was what my biggest judgment of myself was about, was not experiencing emotion more, not feeling or living more from heart instead of up here. So yeah, that's what came through for me, yeah.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. Barbara?
Just one more thing. I went off antidepressants about 6 months. It was a difficult and stupid time to go off them, actually, just before the lockdown. But I mean,
never a good time.
There it was, you know, just before the lockdown, I decided, no, I have to manage without these things. And I have, but I haven't been good. I haven't been good at all. And I was thinking of going back, pretty much made up my mind I was going to go back on them this week. But now that I've listened to Nikki, I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe I'll.
It's hard though, because the problem with, you know, the reason you're on antidepressants is often because you tend to feel the lower emotions all the time. And it's not nice living there. It's miserable living in that place all the time. So the antidepressants help you just elevate above that a bit, you know. Unfortunately, yes, it does take away the higher emotions too, but you know, until you've lived with depression, to live in that lower plane all the time is horrible. And you've only got one go at this. Just you know, why must you be in a miserable place? So I would never judge anyone for taking an antidepressant to not be living lower emotions all the time. It's one thing if you're living high emotion, down, up, you know, crazy. But if you're living down there all the time, it's horrible. It's not life.
Yeah,
you start
I've been down there, or, you know, I think it's for a whole lot of sort of reasons, you know.
Yeah.
My kids, my whole world has imploded a bit. And yeah, I know. So I don't know whether to go back on them or whether to just try and raise my vibrations and get to a higher level without them. I don't know.
I've been taking 5 HTP or something like that.
HTP,
yeah, from Clicks. It's a natural herbal stuff, and it helps.
What's it called?
It's a hormone. It's a natural hormone.
Okay.
I'll send you the picture on WhatsApp. You get it at Clicks, but it helps, and it's all natural, and it's not addictive, and you can try it, and if not, then it's to listen to your body and give it what it needs.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's nice when you can get yourself to feeling better, and sometimes the dramatic changes needs to happen for that to be there. But so it's like when I was in the plots, I felt lots depressed because everybody's just depressed there. So it's just very low vibrational frequency that's in. But yeah, and I had to take sleeping tablets. So apart from everything, I had to knock myself out with sleeping tablets. For the past week, I've slept without sleeping tablets. I can have peaceful night. There's not worry that this has got a total different vibration. So it's easier for me to cope and be here in this and remain those at that level than in my previous environment.
Yeah.
In my previous environment, I haven't been able to. So that's why I say, depending on where you are, sometimes you can get yourself there, and sometimes you have a difficulty that you can't get yourself there.
Mm-hmm.
Just find with depression, it's very fragile. You'll get yourself there, but it is so fragile that it just pops and you drop back down again, you know.
So only you
Personal call going on to drugs, it's very, very difficult. It took me years to come to terms with doing it, and then I've been wanting off it ever since I've been on it. But I do know that there's a certain, it just helps me stay a little higher than I would otherwise.
Vanessa also tends to go on and off and on and off, but she says each time she thinks, oh no, now I'm okay, and then she goes off and I'm a week later she goes back on. And so she's tried okay, I don't need it anymore routine because she just, it helps. So you have to listen to you, and you know what's going on inside of you, you know your feelings, and you know what can help. So just listen to you.
I think the only reason I've never tried, I have tried to come off mine, but it's the withdrawals are awful. God, they're the worst feelings ever. So that's the only reason I'm still on mine. I think if I had been able to come off them easier, I would have on and off, on and on. It's only because they're so, so hard to come off that I'm still on them. So there's that as well.
Judging myself.
Don't judge self.
No, I don't.
Because I was judging myself for being on them and not being able to manage without them. Again, not good enough, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think I might try this thing from clicks, otherwise I'm going back on them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Maria.
Yeah, I am just picking up on that conversation now about the antidepressants. Also having being on them, I also tried for years without them, after being on them for a long time. And just from a pain perspective, like Nikki says, they make a difference to my pain levels. They help me manage better. And I am naturally, because of all the traumas, the physical, the emotional, the stuff that's happened, my body doesn't produce the hormones it's supposed to, with the pituitary tumor as well. And my doctor had just said, we're so quick to judge ourselves about antidepressants, but she said if you break a limb, you'll go to the hospital or go to the doctor and have the limb set and cast and reset and taken care of. If you get sick, you go and you get the medicine to clear the pneumonia or the bronchitis or whatever it is that you've got. And once she helped me to understand that my body is broken on that thing, I have a chronic health challenge, and to help my body, to be kind to my body, I need to help it. Like I use a walking stick to help my body. The antidepressant is the same thing. Like Nikki's saying, living in that low vibrational space all the time is hard. And I think there's nothing wrong with combining the protocols, working on daily, trying to work on increasing your vibrational levels through whatever, whether it's listening to music, being out in nature, going for a walk, all those things. Do those habits, incorporate natural habits that are good for you, but at the same time get the support. So Barbara, I was very anti it, and the judgment, I'm like a queen of judging myself. I'm very good at it. And like Nikki said, I was brought up in a way to just emotions just were bad. any emotion, whether you express good emotion or negative emotion, sort of high or low vibrational sort of levels, you just mustn't experience them. You mustn't feel them. You must just get on and do. So, you know, it's taken 50 odd years to come to terms with that and accept and be kind and say, okay, so I was taught that for, you know, by somebody who misprogrammed their own stuff because they were brought up with misprogramming from their people. and you know, you just go, okay, you know, there's a whole truckload of us that need to be forgiven, loved, be kind to, accept. And yeah, interesting that in my meditation, who sort of arrived were some family members from my dad's side who are still living, and, you know, joined by my dad. So it was an interesting thing, and then some guides. So it was quite a interesting experience, and all individuals who I have huge respect for and huge natural good emotions towards, and hearing a lot of messages as well, as Bob's had experienced. So yeah, this meditation was really good for me too. So thank you. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not finished. Definitely got work to do this week on continuing that process. So I'll go back to that space that you helped us create today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
thank you
also
for letting me into the room. Sorry, my
Yeah,
third
no problem.
device now. My battery died on my iPad.
Luckily, we've got multiple units and devices that we can come into.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was also a fascinating meditation because it's like I saw that the irritations that I've had with certain family members the last few months, I saw, okay, so what did that reflect back at me? And it's like, where does it fit in? And okay, yes, at times I'm also like that. And yes, at times I'm also like that. And it's usually the parts. So a thing that came to me was the part of you that irritates me or frustrates me or angers me, or where I become judgmental, that part of you, when I look at you, I choose to release it, transmute it, integrate it. You have to do something different about that energy because it's just a misperception. And remember, everything is about perspective. And sometimes we have certain right perceptions and sometimes we have misperceptions. But it's to that part that has this effect. It's just okay, I detach, release, and let go of that. So that it does, it's there for a reason, but it's to say, okay, I acknowledge that I have it within myself and I let that judgment go. And then, so be it. But the one thing that was tricky was the one individual on the plot is a hoarder. It irritated 7 daylights out of me. And I thought, hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. I mean, I have to let my shit go. I have to sell my shit. I have to give my shit away. I have to work with my shit. And other people sit in their shit. It's like, and they accumulate it. How could they? But then I thought, yeah. I'm an emotional hoarder. I hoard all these memories and emotions and experiences that I've had, and still processing this. The last few months I was still processing my divorce. That happened in 2001. It's like 19 years on, it's like stuff still came up and I thought, yeah, okay. Other people can't maybe see my emotional hoarding. but it's there. So I had to, I guess it's like, because I thought, no, this doesn't apply to me, really. Well, okay, maybe it does. So I had to look at the various things and various aspects and realize, okay, so it gave me a lot of higher understanding and wisdom and a lot to think about. There was plenty messages in there. So, and I'm glad that this is recorded because I also listen to this one again. It's a worthwhile exercise to do from time to time because we can quickly accumulate the judgments. But anyway, so I thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for your participation and sharing of your messages. I wish you a wonderful, magical week. And see you soon. Okay. Bye. Bye.